Hello, and welcome to the 18th edition of the Meyer Musics. Today is February 7th, 2016. There'll be no staff meeting this week. In place of that, there'll be PLC sit-ins this Wednesday during prep. Jenny and I will meet with grade level PLC teams. If you have a conflict, please let me know for a reschedule. Our grade level standard writing teams selection process is underway. Most teams or grade levels have selected a member to represent Olson. More information will come out for summer dates for those of you that couldn't quite commit due to not knowing the summer dates, and I'll keep you posted. Remember our Olson mission statement. This is what drives us to create a unique and dynamic learning environment that encourages students to be lifelong learners through excellence, cultural and learning diversity, partnerships, and community involvement. Remember this again, like I said, this drives what we do. So a partnership theme, filling other people's buckets outside of our four walls. We formed a committee, PTA President Sarah Remsbottom, PTA VP Ashley Rizzio, Teacher Rep Mel Hendricks, Para Rep Missy Jansen, and myself. What have we been doing? We're pursuing a partnership with City of Bloomington. Why? To receive volunteer help for lunch, events, food drive partnership, future jobs, so having someone come in and share what they do for a living, and lastly, to have the volunteers just model stewardship. What will we provide? Visit seniors possibly weekly. Why? To provide conversation, to learn to interact and appreciate elderly, and understand the cycle of life. Now I'm thinking this would be a 3-5 thing, but K2 could do some reading or whatnot with the elderly. This is something that I think is very important because no matter how all walks of life we're going to experience this, whether when we become old or when the children become old and take care of their parents. In instruction, I recently read an article in Educational Leadership called Helping ELs Excel, a Whole School Approach to English Learners by Margarita Calderon. Improving students' English language skills isn't just the job of an EL specialist. Let me repeat that. Improving students' English language skills isn't just the job of the EL specialist. Here's our task. In elementary schools, teachers face the challenge of teaching the 3,000 to 5,000 words per year that researchers recommend to ensure that ELs do not become long-term ELs in middle and high school. What do? The sequence for teaching vocabulary typically begins with 10 to 15 minutes at the start of each content area lesson. The content area teacher and specialist take turns pre-teaching 5 or 6 keywords or phrases from that day's text following these steps. Teacher says the word or phrase and students repeat it 3 times. Teacher reads aloud the sentence where the word appears in the text. Teacher provides a dictionary definition. Teacher explains the dictionary meaning with student-friendly examples. Teacher highlights important aspects of the word, grammar, spelling, multiple meanings, and so on. Students spend a minute practicing using the word in a sentence with peers as teacher monitors for appropriate use. And finally, teacher instructs students to begin using the word in assignments. After these pre-teaching steps, students immediately begin reading in pairs and summarizing their reading at the end of each paragraph. Now, this is a lot of information packed in one slide. But I'd really like for each of you to look at this carefully and think about this. How can you help our ESL, not to mention all people, all our students, because this is good teaching when you're coming up with when you're working on some content for reading. This is a good way to do that. In learning supports, we're working on the Sheridan Story community of Cross Lutheran Partners, Church Partnership. We have a new start update Friday, February 19th. We're going to send home permission slips to all K1 students on Monday, February 8th. Why K1 only? Because we have roughly 25 students we can target or support, I should say, and we want to start with K1. I'll send a Connect Ed out that Monday or tomorrow night actually, and the return of permission slips to Deborah J. so she can monitor that. Thank you, Deborah. Also in learning supports, Jenny shared some meeting notes with me that I wanted to share with you, Jenny Deravingas. Discussion surrounding creating summer training in-house in Bloomington since SORLA participation has been decreasing, etc. Suggested topics that could be addressed during that week. Almost to be like a tech week. Conversation about making a clinic partnership. Put forth ideas of things we would like to see that clinic look into for our families. Example, vision, hearing, dental, a nurse's line, or walk-in clinic. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed your weekend, and I look forward to a great week. Thank you.